I told my wife I loved her for the last time. She wasn't the one I married. She laughed like she always did, squeezed my hand, and said, "So dramatic." Then she stood, walked into the kitchen, and opened a drawer I'd never looked in. Her back turned to me, and the apartment suddenly felt like someone else's home. I froze because the laugh wasn't the same. The line of her jaw hit differently, and the band on her finger had an engraving I didn't recognize. I had said it because I needed to mean it. I told her I loved her for the last time because I was tired of lying to myself, tired of pretending the fog in my head wasn't getting thicker. I thought leaving would be cleaner. That's when the first real fracture showed. "Why are you staring?" she asked, softer now. I followed her to the drawer where a shoebox lived, and inside were two wedding albums. One with my face beside Claire's smile, the other with the exact same dress but a different woman folding into my arms. She set a mug down and watched me with those same eyes I knew were kind, but not the ones I remembered. "You look like her," I said. She folded, voice small, "because I am her." The room tilted. She explained between tears. Claire had left 3 years ago, left a note, left debt, ran when the threats started coming for the wrong reasons. Claire's sister, Lena, moved in to keep the kids from collapse. She learned Claire's mannerisms, wore her hair the same way, even wore Claire's ring for a while. "I did it so the kids wouldn't lose both parents," Lena said. "I did it so you could keep being you." I felt anger, abandoned, deceived, until I opened the top album and found a Polaroid shoved behind a page. It was of me, asleep on a hospital bed, tubes taped to my face, my head shaved. A note tucked behind it in Claire's handwriting. "You won't remember everything. That's okay. Please remember them." Everything snapped into place. Last winter, after the blackout, I'd signed papers I couldn't read. In the gaps of my life, they'd been rearranging the furniture. Lena hadn't stolen my marriage. Claire had vanished, and she'd stepped in to keep the children safe. She didn't want credit, she wanted normal. I wanted to scream that she'd lied, but the kids came barreling in, calling her mom, climbing onto her lap. Lena looked at them, then at me, and said quietly, "I chose them over myself." The twist wasn't the face. It was that I'd been given back a life I didn't fully earn and expected honesty. I'd come to leave. Instead, I stayed, not because of a polished memory, but because two small hands gripped my fingers, and a woman I didn't marry had been keeping my home together for years. I loved her then, and I told her. This time, not for the last time, but because someone had made the impossible choice to make our family whole.